Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am so happy that y'all are here. We have some new folks that's coming along, some trolls too. Y'all have to listen, go find some place else to play. This is just kind of not that kind of space in the mornings. But this is actually just exactly what it says there. It's a daily dose of inspiration for married women, women that want to get and stay married, and women that are single and they want to attract the love they desire and deserve, because we want to actually really be honest over here. And for my men that kind of come on, y'all be listening in, there are some of us out here really doing the work. Some of us out here are doing the work. So, blue pill, purple pill, red pill, black pill, whatever pill you're on, some of us are truly doing our best to be peaceful, pleasant, paradise for our husbands. So they're over here doing the work. So don't be coming over here messing with us, okay? And so for my women that are here, I get that you're doing the work. I get that some days you're in the valley, you're coming about the valley, you're looking over the valley like, who I got out of this one, what's next? And unfortunately, sis, there's always going to be something that's next. It's just life. There is a real enemy after you. I don't subscribe 100% to just, we have people that are different religions, different beliefs, different stages of life, Christianity, Muslim, Hindi. I mean, listen, you do you, but at the end of the day, we're all in a battle. We know we're fighting good against evil. And so, one of the things we do is battlefield of the mind. It says our enemy, Satan, attempts to defeat us with strategy and deceit through well-laid plans and deliberate deception. Just put our enemy. You have a real enemy that's like, oh, okay, oh, she got up today. Okay, let me go. All right, how can I get her today? Okay. He attempts to defeat us with strategy and deceit through well laid plans and deliberate deception, literally. So, you sometimes think in life, and people will be like, don't be pessimistic. Sometime in life, you're like, dang, this is just a lot of me. Why me? Why is this going on today? Welcome to life, sis. Welcome to the wonderful world that you were born into. You swam and you made it. Out of millions and millions and millions of sperm and the egg collided and you made it. So life is going to life. And if life isn't life for you, then you're not alive. Okay. You're here, you're breathing. And I know people are like, you should be grateful to be alive. Sometimes you're just like, oh my God, this is a lot. And I'm grateful to be here. But this? So again, that's why we're here. I'm here to help you be inspired. I've inspired myself. One of my friends said, you created this whole support group for yourself. You darn right I did, because marriage, even though people say it's hard, I get that it's work, but what are we supposed to do? We over here talking about marriage is hard. No, we need some practical information. So that's what this call is. It is a practical call. Pray for yourself, pray for your friends, pray for everybody. But over here, we're doing the work. Your husband should be doing the work too, but it ain't about him over here. It's about you. Okay. With that said, 50% of marriages end in divorce. They just end in divorce. 67% of second marriages end in divorce. 73% of third marriages end in divorce. So if you are more likely than unlikely to end in divorce, why not be proactive instead of reactive? So we're over here being proactive. So we do a devotion, a quick devotion every single day, battlefield of the mind. And again, I pick different things. I have actually 4 books that I'm going to reference today. So let's just, again, pray for yourself, but this is practical. Okay. But our power comes from knowledge and information and applying that knowledge, as Les Brown says. So here she talks about, we're talking about in this specific part of her, this chapter is called The Mind of, and I'm just going to say God, the mind of having a good mind. And she has here overcoming depression. Yeah, too much air on me. And here she says Psalm 143, 3 through 10 gives us a description. She talks about depression and how to overcome it. Now, I don't hold the core belief that you can overcome depression by yourself. I really do believe that you need to get a therapist. I think that especially in the Christian faith, they just be like, oh, just pray everything away. You cannot pray everything away. You just cannot. You need some help. You need something practical. Go talk to somebody so that you can understand that some of your feelings, to get your feelings, number one, validated, but number two, to understand some things just are not normal and some things are. So a therapist has really helped me over the years. If you're a therapist, you don't feel like you're getting better, get another therapist. I actually meet with a white male. It's so hilarious. He's probably maybe in his 60s plus, late 50s, married 35 years, like totally opposite of me. I wanted someone totally opposite of me. And it has been by far one of the best therapists I've ever had. I have a life coach, I have a marriage counselor. So I go see, yeah, I'm not, I'm different, but I recognize that I'm self-aware. So I go see people so that I can talk things through. So anyways, identify the nature and the cause of the problem. Okay, recognize that depression stills life and life. If you just feel off, you don't feel like yourself, ask yourself why. It could be your hormones. As you're getting older, some days I wake up and I just feel blah, but I go to the gym, feel a little bit better. Remember the good times. This is extremely important in your marriage because you can ruminate on all of the negative things. Then something can trigger you like, what in the world is going on? And then praise God in the midst of the problem and ask for God's help and listen to the Lord and pray. And then again, seek God's wisdom and leadership. And I'm going to kind of leave it there. I didn't go into all of the extras because it's not necessary. Because again, if there is a problem or challenge in your marriage, identify the cause, the root cause of it, the root cause of it. Your communication is off a little bit. One thing I've noticed that I've done over the years is my tone is really, really low in my relationship. My tone is actually really low, pretty much with men, but especially with my husband. It's softer. I pay more attention. If I'm doing something, I try to really focus on him. I lean into what he's saying. I try to be very pleasant. There are certain times I know, hey, we can't discuss this at this time, maybe this time. And I recognize for myself this might not be the greatest part of the month for me. Auntie Flo might be visiting. And I say men oh pause because men get on your nerves, just like we get on their nerves. Sometimes you're just like, what? But remember, even though they say men are from Mars, women are from Venus, the way that men process, they want to solve problems for us. Okay. So when we speak, we have to speak in silos. Men are like waffles, women are like spaghetti. That's why in this call, even for me, I have a more logical mind, even though I'm more feminine in nature, but I still think logically and have to follow an agenda or I go off myself. Again, remembering the good times. I talked about this yesterday. We have pictures up on our refrigerator. We have a place where some might even consider it a shrine when I look at it, but it's just like all of our cards, all of our photos from our wedding. We have photos all over the house. We have cards all over the house. There are reminders all over the house of the good times, right? Praise God in the midst of the problem. Even if there is a challenge, know that you are going to get through this. And again, sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. I've said that. I'm not one that's like, oh my God, I'm so against divorce. I've been divorced. But I will say this, you'll deal with different things on the other side. You might have a beautiful lawn, but you, sis, aren't dealing with a crazy mother-in-law. You might be dealing with a crazy ex-wife. Um, I didn't even realize you'd be dealing with like stepchildren, not like his biological children, but her biological children that he helped raise. And now they've become a part of your life and they're crazy as hell. So you're still going to deal with the same poo poo. It's just a different color. It's just a different reality. And sometimes when you're getting older, you're blending families. You know, maybe the sisters or the brothers or the mothers or the aunties like the ex wife a lot more than they like you. So again, you're going to have challenges, but choose your hard, choose your challenge. Okay, ask for help. You know, again, that's where your therapy, your sisterhood, coming here, seeking out information and reading books, and then listening. I talk about that with prayer and meditation. It's really important. So when I address some with my single ladies, one of the other things I want to talk about here is breaking the habit of being yourself. Your pa, thank you so much. I see you managing the chat. Hey y'all, hey y'all. I got a lot of extra people here. Hey Cena. But breaking the habit of being yourself. And again, you can be yourself, but sometimes again, being self-aware is extremely important. And I want to address just different things again I've seen over the years. I'm almost 50 years old. I have two grandchildren. I have three adult children. Two are married. One is engaged. We all have relationships we've been in. Breaking the habit of being yourself is a product of one of the author's passions, a sincere effort to demystify the mystical so that every person understands that we have within our reach all we need to make significant changes in our lives. This is a time in history when not only do we want to know, but we want to know how. Okay, marriage is hard. Okay, tell me what to do. Are there things that I can do to make it less hard? Can I have an eternal summer? That comes from a book. How do we apply and personalize both emerging scientific concepts and age-old wisdom to succeed at living a more enriched life? When you and I can connect the dots of what science is discovering about the nature of reality, and when we give ourselves permission to apply those principles in our day-to-day existence, then each of us becomes both a mystic and a scientist in our own life. I can say I've done so much work over the years from a little girl, and I can remember because I've read thousands of books. I was a school teacher, and I love to read now. You have to rewire your brain, especially in your marriage, especially in your relationships. Have to rewire your brain. The other thing he talks about in this is hardwired to hard times. There is another possible consequence that I should mention if you keep firing the same neutral patterns by living your life the same way each day. Every time you respond to your familiar reality by recreating the same mind, turning on the same nerve cells to make the brain work in the same way, you hardwire your brain to match the customary conditions in your personal reality, be they good or be they bad. Okay? Hardwired. There's a principle in neuroscience called Hebb's law, Hebb apostrophe S law. It basically states that nerve cells that fire together wire together. We're going to talk about this hard wiring, especially in our marriages, in our relationships, talking about habitat, habits. That's why I talk about hobbies. That's why I talk about happiness. That's why I talk about joy. That's why I come up here and my energy's high. I just left Pilates, ran and took a shower, which is sometimes I text my friends, my sister friends, put it on next door. I didn't have time to do that today. I have to literally go out and teach in class. I'm literally out of the house today. I woke up at 5 a.m., jumped out the bed about 5:10 until probably about 10 o'clock tonight, on all day. How do I do that? Because I maintain, I have 10 minutes a day listening to books, charging this, doing this. But again, being self-aware, but hardwired to hard times. We're gonna talk about that, excuse me, in the future, because sometimes we think in the box because we're hardwired that way to do so. And I want you guys to kind of understand some of the things I've learned over the years. And I do talk about it once in a while, but I came from the gutter. Okay. I was a homeless teen and, life. I'm going to go into all of that now, and don't feel, sorry for me, because God has been faithful to me, but I've done a lot of the work and it's important. Our practical side, I didn't write out a whole lot because I have it here. I have some, but really, I was cycling recently and I thought about it. We're cycling. Sometimes you go fast, you slow, you do a lot of exercises on the bike and cycle class. And let me tell you, we have to switch the gears. Sometimes we're at one, sometimes we go all the way to six, and all the way to six is hard. Sis, sometimes in your marriage, you just got to switch the gears. There are times when my husband, I just shift the conversation. There are times when I don't feel like sending that daily text because something has gone on. Again, and it's external stuff. We don't have any kids living here with us. And then when we did have somebody living here with us, it was a challenge. It was a real challenge. But I'm going to tell you, where do you need to switch the gear in your relationship? Because remember, your marriage is there so that you become the best version of yourselves. My single ladies, all my single ladies, Mary Spart. There's books out here, advice for finding one. Start reading these books and get out the freaking house. You guys sit in the house. You don't go anywhere but the grocery store and home and work. And then you're like, I'm not meeting anybody. Well, okay. And then you don't want to be online dating. Like, what? Is he just supposed to miraculously appear? I'm confused. Go sit at your favorite. And I'm telling you, most of us on this side are trying to tell you, look, you're going to deal with the challenge, but at least get the best that you qualify for. Get the best you qualify for. And if you go do the things that you love to do and enjoy, and you meet someone doing it, it makes it a whole lot easier. Okay. That's why now I actually encourage women to date offline versus online, because online, you're kind of matching based on a little bit of personality and, hey, I like this and this, but you don't really see it in action, versus you see it in action if you're already out in action. I Chicago step. I'm around hundreds of men every month, literally. And I can tell you, it is such a fun environment. And, there are different ones that have even come up to me and said certain things. I'm like, man, this would be a great person even for you to date and figure it out. And some people would say, well, it's the community. I don't want to step, or figure it out. Go if you like archery, or some people like to throw darts. That's where hobbies come in place. So again, even my married ladies, even if you felt like you didn't marry smart, I still like to read these books, because again, you got the best that you qualified for too, and he got the best that he qualified for. We all run around here thinking that we're the special butterfly, but you know, maybe you're the one that's the most challenging. That's why I try to at least provide both sides of the coin. In Cancun, I'm really going to give it to y'all, because we're not going to have cameras. We're not going to record anything. And some of it, again, it's not a place for you all to, I don't want to, uncover the scab, but I want to let y'all know, look, this is for real. Our marriages are under attack. There are women out there that are scheming, and men too. There are people out there just crazy. And when I say men, I'm not talking about gay things. I'm just talking about, they want your husband's time and attention and energy and money. They want to go, he's single, he want to hang out the cigar bar, he's divorced, or he's unhappy in his marriage. Many times I've told my husband, hey, we happy over here. I don't know what they have going on over there, but don't mess up what's over here. And same for you, sis. You can't be hanging out all the time, whether she's sing. See, most of the time men think it's the single woman, but it's other married women that may not be happy in their marriages. So you have to be mindful. Okay, switch the gears. Your outlook is going to it's a predictor for your outcome. What kind of outcome do you want? That's why y'all hanging out with me over here. I love marriage. I love relationships. I want you to be the best version of yourself. I want you to win in life. I want you to win in your relationships. Who wants to run around here married to somebody and being miserable? And I hear these older women, I was miserable for 20 years. Oh my God, really? Like at what point did you say this ain't working for me? Maybe in one or may I probably get, maybe take a year or two, maybe three. But 20? Oh no, no, no. So again, switch the gears. You're riding through this. Be a little softer. I like to call it the finest, fit, feminine, friendly, fun. Are you adding fun? Are you infusing fun into your relationship? And that's this his needs, her needs, how to affair proof your marriage, or they call it now building a marriage that lasts. Do you want a marriage that lasts? Are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to read the books? Are you willing to reference things and let your husband know, hey, honey, I'm reading some things. I'm joining a call. I want to be the best version of myself for you. Oh, he would love that. That make him, his chest is going to come out. What do you call your husband? I call my husband my hero, my Superman. Make his chest come out. Make him feel good and admired and honored and respected. Well, Montina, you don't know how he treats me. Well, I kind of wonder why he treats you like that. And again, I've been there, done that, sis. Wait till we get to Cancun because sometimes I have to zipit.com with my husband too. Because sometimes people like, you know what you said. And I'm trying, no, I didn't. No, I don't. Yes, I do. I'm real smart. I know what I did. I know I can be condescending. So I have to be mindful not to be condescending because it is a defense mechanism. I had to be smart in life because I don't want to be strong. That's another thing. I was at an event recently. So all the strong women stand up. I sat my butt down. I wasn't standing up. So the men at my table, Montina, stand up. I said, for what? I don't want to be considered strong. I want to be considered smart. Okay. Finest, interesting. Read, sis. There's a lot going on in this world right now. Understand what's going on in the world right now and have an intelligent conversation with your husband and be nice. Be a nice woman. Be pleasant. Be nice to him. Because I'm gonna tell you, the women at work are nice to our husbands. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Energetic. Y'all take some vitamins. Get out there, do some jumping jacks before he walk in the house. Be exciting. Enjoy life. Sing a little bit. Dance. Have fun in the house. And sexy and sassy, there are some things that you all need to do to bring out your beautiful, sensual side of yourself. Hey, you don't have to be a plain Jane. Whatever he likes, you know what he likes because he married you. He's with you for a reason. And my single ladies, he likes what he likes in you because he's attracted to you. Men go after what they like. Okay, we too old to be playing games after 40 and 50 years old. Now some do. Don't get me wrong, but at some point in life, especially for my married women, be vulnerable. That's one thing I've had to be. And it's funny because my husband and I had went to a Waffle House one day out of our city, and this older lady, she literally was flirting with my husband, and I was like, "This." I told him, he's like, "Oh no, it's okay." I said, "It is not okay," and I had to check her. Y'all might Montina. That's me kind of showing him the hey. I said, "I fight old women." Too." It was funny. And then the last thing was sexy, sassy, trauma-free babe. Sis, get a therapist, sis. You got to get some things out. There are some things that your husband has done in the past that you just need to get off your chest. You need to reflect or just write it down in your journals. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So with that said, I got my agenda. Woo, woo, woo. I really do have an agenda. So we talked about our P's. The power is in the word, it's in the books, it's in the work. Okay. Understand the purpose of marriage for the man and the woman is to make us the best version of ourselves. If you're not becoming the best version of yourself, check yourself. Okay. The prayer, pray to God every day, meditate, whomever you do what you want, but sis, come on, be positive. And then making it practical, switch the gear. Right now, you can't handle gear six. Sometimes, even today, I just feel a little off today. But it's my auntie Flo is here, so I'm feeling like, oh, I don't feel good. I really just don't feel 100%. My tummy hurts a little bit, but again, I understand why. So I couldn't give it my all today in class, but I gave what I could. You need hobbies, sis. Your hobbies will help with your happiness, which is going to help in your home. It's going to help with your joy. It's going to help with your husband. You need to be his peace, his pleasure, his paradise. He got a lot going on out in the world. And especially if you in a blended family, he dealing with baby mamas, ex-wives, step-kids, kids, grandkids. Everybody is pulling him like an octopus. He needs to come home to you and be a place of peace and joy and quiet and fun, okay, in your home. Self-care is really, really important. So take care of yourself, your skin. People ask me about my skin all the time. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I went to the chiropractor yesterday, the massage. If you can't afford it, do your own nails. I have a foot massager. Do something for yourself. Take a bath. Just sit. And then your self-maintenance again. You need to be cute for your husband. There's a whole chapter in here, many chapters in these books about physical attractiveness. We overlook it, but it's really, really important. Put on the whole armor, y'all. We are in a real war. Women want our husbands. Men want their attention. He is your husband. You should not have to vie with other people for your husband's attention. So make it easy. Peace, pleasure, paradise. Put on your whole armor. Ephesians 6:11. I'm putting extra armor on today because I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna deal with some extra stuff, and it's okay because I'm bad about it. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Why? Because the joy of the Lord is your strength. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Another thing I want to make sure that I'm talking to my sisters about, especially when you start glowing up, and I'm going a little long because this is important. When you start glowing up, you show up differently. Be mindful of male attention. I see it at my gym. Men extra men want to talk to you extra. Sis, especially if things aren't 100% how they should be in your marriage for the both of you. And you know when things are off a little bit, be mindful. I know today I'm going to be out in the community. I got to go lead a class for my county on how to do business with them. And then from that, I got some meetings. I'm going to be downtown. I'm going to be at a Bronze Lens Festival in the city of Atlanta. Then I'm going to be at my Chicago Step class. I'm around a lot of male energy. Okay. You all, when men kind of are a little too friendly with me, I'll say things like, "Oh, I sure appreciate that." Or they say, "You're beautiful." I say, "Thank you." I try to hold all my husband's attention. That's kind of my clap back. Don't get distracted. See, we talk about men all the time because they go over the top and be physical, but these women pursue them, and men are real slick. And let me tell you, a man will wait years. He's waiting years just to get an opportunity to sleep with you. We get there slick too, on both sides. Okay, be not deceived. Okay, the devil's seeking whom he may steal, kill, and devour. He wants to gobble you up. Okay, protect your peace and protect your heart. Okay, I adore you. I love you. I'm cheering for you. Let me look at these comments real quick. All right, your pa. I know that you've been in here. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you guys come to Cancun. Now listen, we getting close to the day. It's $100 deposit. I know there's some things going on, but I would love to have you. And we are doing a brunch here in Georgia. So if you're here, send me an email, justmontina@gmail.com. Hey, your pa. Hey, our new people. Thank you. Your pa's such a great moderator. All right. She had to remove some folks. Okay, y'all wasn't being nice today. Hey, Cena. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Hope. Hey, Hope. Hey. All right. You guys are awesome. I can't wait to go back and look in this. All right. And hey to my friends watching the replay. Today is going to be an absolutely amazing day. Take back control, sis. He your husband. And if you don't have a man and you staying home, shame on you. You need to get out in this community. Because I'm telling you, these men are kind of like, I don't want to go online and I don't want to, get no 20-year-old and I'm 60 years old. I met a man the other day, he's 60 something years old, older than my mama, dating a woman younger than me. I was like, oh my God. Ugh, but that's me, no judgment. Well, I guess I did judge a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. Bye. Let me get off here and get to where I'm going. You guys having a wonderful rest of the day. I love you. I'm cheering for you, and you are going to win.